Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Austrian Grand Prix. This is season number 13 of the AOR PS4 assist tier for F1 2016. And yes, it is HRL Caviar, Alan Cavagnaro, back for some coverage. This has been absent for the past couple of weeks. Last week I couldn't do it, and then I cut out the Spanish Grand Prix and Canada as well, so I didn't do Monaco or Canada, and then I cut out Spain. So we are back for the Austrian Grand Prix a little bit late, just came back. So yes, I do believe we're streaming. Let me check. Yes, we are streaming, and I just need to put the link in the chat and we'll be good to go. We are back for more coverage. If you guys have any questions, pop them down in the comments. I'll check them. I'll open my laptop. So we'll be good to go. I still have a bunch of homework to do, but I'm going to do this first here. On board with Denzamo on the intermediates due to the rain falling. No message yet on what's going to happen with the rain. The only thing I know is that the rain could be slowing down in the next 10 minutes, and Washi has already disconnected from the session. So either disconnection problems, I know he's not the host, but he's the coordinator for the league, so we got to keep that in mind. Obviously now there could be some connection problems, but also on the track, Matty D coming out on the track. Cam is already out on the track. He knows the rain's going to get worse, so he's just going to head out now, because he usually comes out at the end of qualifying, so I think that's a sign that the rain is going to get worse, actually. But he's running on the intermediates right now, sits in 8th, has not set a time yet. We have a new driver. His name is Rob_2K in the Haas. I believe he's replacing one of the drivers, I believe. And another driver I don't recognize, that is James EEU in the McLaren, filling that seat up. More than amazing, back in his car at Adibales. Then we have Denzamo, but Adibales did set a time right now. Denzamo has not set a time yet. He's going down the back straight, on the grass a little bit. You can see the spread behind his car. Again, Adibales has set a time. He's going to try and improve on that time. Make sure that less drivers conquer the time until line. He'll still be in the lead, but he's just set an official time. And we have Barter back out on track. The Renault runs wide as Washi joins back into the session. And if you guys are curious, I'm using a new mic. Last race I did, the Spanish Grand Prix, I was using my my little earphones that I had. Now I have a headset. I fixed the old headset I had. So I'm hoping the sound quality is a lot better than it has been before. So final corner now for Matty D. He should improve on his time, but still a line. Try and improve. That was probably an invalidated lap, as the time does not count towards total. Rob2K out on track. He has 2 more corners to go, and I think this is to the end of one of his flying laps. Either that or the start to it. He's now down in 11th. He lost a lot of time there as he's against the rumble strip to the line. We have a comment already to the line. Rob2K sets a time at 4th place. That's a second and a half behind of the leader, and Skuz has just joined the session. And originally he did run Australia, and I'm not sure what happened. But Adibales is back out on the track. He has not set an official time yet as he runs wide. I'm still going to have to put a link in the chat. Rounds the final corner, still a line on the left side of the track where the best racing line is. Does set a time, but of course it's still 6th place and nothing for an improvement of Adibales. Washi back out on track after he disconnected. Truck back with him. Barter has not set a time yet. Matty D has not either. I believe this is going to be a good lap for him. He just has 2 more corners to go. Stay in the dry line, and that's what it is. Stay in the groove, or the preferred racing line. Final corner now. Goes through those corners very, very well. Now to the line. Matty D will take the pole position. That's a 1:17.7. And in the dries, the time is usually around a 1:09, 1:10, maybe even a 1:08. But in the wets, it's usually in the intermediates around a 1:16, 1:17 as Rob retires from the session. And we're not even halfway through, and that's going to end his day in qualifying. And he'll have to start on the back for the Austrian Grand Prix. Now again, I'm checking the comments now. So this will be very good. I just turned my laptop. It finally decided to boot itself up. So yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please comment, like down below. That'd be very much supported. Of course, if you do, like or subscribe for more of this content. Obviously, it'll get produced more and more often because I commentate for Gavra as well, trying to find some time to do that. And Matthias in the comments says, yeah, sound quality is a lot better. Yes, So thank you for the notice there. I have to put the link in the chat. Hold on just a second. Matty D does have full. He's on a cooldown lap. More Than Amazing sets the time for second best. And Thomas sets the time for third as he comes to the line. Can he improve in the wet conditions? No, he does not. So I think he's going to decide to come in now. And Barter is now in fourth. Fifth is Cam, surprisingly. He's usually very fast in the wets, but today he seems outmatched by 4 other drivers so far. As Cam comes into the track, Denzimo already in the pits, and Barter sets a fastest time of 1:17.5 to the line. Dexter falls down to 8th, but this will be a good time as he improves back to 6th place, 2 positions up from where he was standing, and he even beats his wet expert teammate Cam, who is now down in 7th. Denzimo is 8th. Around the final corner, you can see a Ferrari, but we're talking about Adibles right here. Final corner now for Adibles. Stays in the position, so the Ferrari did not gain time to the line. Adibles does stay in the position he was in, and Washi stays 11th. As you can see, a Manor coming out onto the track. We have another new driver. His name is FIFA_fans13, and he's driving as more than amazing teammate. So yes. Okay, so yes, he's in the middle of his lap. We're going to look back with Xavier, because from my understanding, against his teammate Tuzmas, who I actually don't think Tuzmas is here. Is Tuzmas here? Hold on, we'll check the race director. I don't think Tuzmas is not here. I have not been caught up with the league recently, so I really don't know who has been here. Hoink Doink, thankfully he's here. Danny UK is here, and I forget to pronounce half of these names, so yeah, there's Zek, I remember that one. Rob2K fell it down to 12th. James EU. Gibblex, I remember him, yep, okay. Trying to fill myself in on these names I haven't seen in almost a month. I haven't commentated this in a long time, so I haven't done commentating in a while. As More Than Amazing comes into the pits, Mighty D third. Fourth is Tom, so he fell back. And yep, Force India. So the Force India, I really have a good feeling indeed, that Force India are going to be a huge threat in constructors. They already have been. Even Red Bull with Tuzmas pulling out a fantastic lead, but right now the Force Indias stand 3rd and 4th on the grid for the qualifying here in the Austrian Grand Prix. James EU had a mistake in turn 2 on the runoff area, and Xavier sets the fastest time of 1:17.4, and the McLaren having some struggles here, running off track in turn 2 with James EU. I believe he's making his debut, but right now it's Denzimo on screen. He's going to go around the S's and head uphill into the 2 final corners of the track. So right now, if any of you do not know the track, this is the second shortest track of the year, or the season I mean, but at the same time, this is the shortest track for time-wise around. I know the shortest track of the season is Monaco, but lap times around there is around a 1:13, 1:14 for qualifying, maybe a 1:12, but around this place it's usually around 1:08, 1:09s. And again, in the wet, it's going to slow them down, obviously. They have the intermediates. I saw Cam out on track earlier, so that probably means that the rain will be getting worse, so everyone wants to set a time now. So get a time in, and Denzimo runs it wide. Squizzes back there in 12th. A beautiful helmet, not, just to mention that silver, white, and dark and light blue on the screen. Squizza did drive for the McLaren earlier this season in the Australian Grand Prix, and right now he's driving for the Mercedes, the car he got runner-up in last season, and now running in the wet. He usually qualifies in the top 5 every race, but Squizza back in the Mercedes seat. He had a 67-point lead in the middle of Season 12, and he ended up losing the championship and he blew a 67-point lead in the last race, and it has not been a good one for Squizza. But runner-up is still okay as he got silver. As he rounds the final corner, let's see what he can get. He's fallen down to 12th. Run up to the line. 8th place it is for Squizza. So James EU has been bumped down to 9th place, and Washi coming into the pits at 11th place. He's satisfied with that, hopefully. Denzimo is 12th, going around the first corner. The two Brits there in Ferrari. Then you have Zek in 13th. 14th is 15th. Hoink Doink, Manor not having a great season. They barely have any points with their name. Adibles is coming out on track, and his teammate is not here, so we have Xavier in his spot. So FIFA out on track, 17th right now for Scuderia Toro Rosso, and Tom just sets a better time to improve to 2nd place. And Dexter has done a fantastic job today in qualifying. We don't usually see him in the top 10, but in the wet conditions, Renault does not screw around, as right now Dexter is 6th, and they have their wet-prone driver of Cam. And I'm actually surprised why Cam is 10th. He probably had a huge mistake on his flying lap. But right now, whoa, loses the back end. Run up to the line, and Dexter remains in 6th place, but Hoink Doink in 14th. Adibles in 16th, so falling down even more. And then Tom in 2nd place. He's done and satisfied with the front row start again. Xavier, kind of surprised by it says Ultra Subs for Barter. But the Force India squad, 2nd and 5th, with Barter putting his name up there for Haas. I saw another Haas back there. I think that was the fill-in driver. Yes, it was Rob 2K. So again, with the round, I believe less than 10 minutes remaining in qualifying. I think maybe 6 or 7 minutes in qualifying. That's how the grid order stands. He's going to let by the Manor. So again, if you guys have any questions, pop them down below. And if you're a first-time viewer for the AOR series, just put a like down below or subscribe for more content of this. And I commentate for Gather as well. Just a little shout out for them. So I usually commentate random races in the week. So just stay tuned for that. We're usually around the same time. So I'd keep your eyes peeled for that. So yes, and knowing everything now, it looks like Tom is satisfied with his lap. James EU sets a better time to improve to 4th place. That's McLaren's best qualifying position yet all season, as Dexter sets a time of 1:17.3. He pulled that out of nowhere, beyond the limits of Dexter I've ever seen. Sets the pole time, and Dexter jumps all odds, and I don't know, makes me worry a little bit that he's actually outperformed his teammate Cam, and Cam, he's fantastic on the wet conditions, and it surprises me as the McLaren runs wide, gets bumped down back to 5th. More than amazing, now it's Gerbilex down to 1:17. The wet conditions have started to get better. It is not raining anymore, as you can see by the hood of the car. No rain on the track, or on the hood of the car, so times are going to get better and better now. Everyone needs to get out. The track will not dry in order for this to get down. We only have a couple minutes left of qualifying, from what I believe, so hopefully at least someone can set a dry time. I don't think they will, as spray is still coming from the cars, and that the track is still wet. As you can see on the track, you can see that dry groove that is forming up. There will be a small section of the track that'll still be dry, and hopefully clears up enough for the race. And I know I have enough invites to back out and see the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. And now Dexter sets another time that's even better, beats his previous original time. Oh, now it's a 1:17.3 flat. Fantastic. He improves by 0.08 of a second and beats Gerbilex's time. Denzimo to the line. He should improve. Does not. The track did get better, but James EU retired from the session. I'm not sure if that's it for qualifying. Hopefully it is. This will be Dexter's first ever pole in AOR history. So I think this is looking good for Renault. And I usually thought Cam would have a good time, and right now he's back in 10th, which very, very surprises me, knowing how fast Cam is in the wets. But a lot of drivers topping Cam. Running in the Renault right now, and around the turn he goes. Spray still coming from the car, obviously. Track is still wet. Washi back there in 11th. He's actually right back there with Washi, so he must have had a major mistake in qualifying run. Slowing down is the manor driver of Zach, now back there with Adibles in 16th. All these drivers outside of the top 10 are at the top 10, trying to improve on their time, knowing that the track conditions got better. I can see a driver going out now. That's a Force India driver. And 5 minutes wouldn't hurt. I'm not sure what chat that's from, but Danny UK back out on track. Dexter improves again to a 1:17.1. Dexter pulling these fast times out of nowhere. I have never seen that out of Dexter. Squizzer retires from the session. He's satisfied with his time. Danny UK running wide, and there is an upcoming car behind him. That's a Toro Rosso. He's going to let by. An onboard view. He's going to let over another car. That's Zek slowing down. And Denny UK needs to set a time. He does not have one yet. Xavier improves to 3rd position. Race director. And right now, Cam is still in 10th. Xavier falls down to 4th as it looks like More Than Amazing sets the time for 3rd. And in the garage is Gubulex. He's satisfied with his result. Adibles retires from the session, knowing he cannot improve. He's down there in 16th. As right now, I saw the Red Bull swerving around, entering the S's there. Very, very odd. But for Xavier, he's just going around the track very, very slowly, trying to come to a better lap, but he has a manor behind him. We have 7 viewers now. If you are a new viewer for the AOR, Season 13 assist here, just comment or like, subscribe down below. It'll help me produce more content of this. And I'll probably do more of this as I am a commentator for Gavra as well. Little shout out to them. I usually commentate for them weekly races, trying to get 1 or 2 in through the week. I probably won't get 1 or 2 in, but finals are coming up for me, so just gotta study, and everything should be good. But I was talking about Force India earlier this qualifying session. Now you have to 8 viewers, but like I said, for qualifying, More Than Amazing calls it quits. But like I said, for Force India, they're running 2nd and 4th. Now they find themselves 9th. They're one of their drivers 9th. And FIFA retires from the session as well through the S's now. I feel like Matty D can improve. Cam out on track. He is not going to let that 10th get to him. Qualifying is complete at last lap for Cam. Let's see what he can do with his time. He has one final lap to get the fastest lap. Right now his teammate outed him in a better lap, which surprises me. Cam is a fantastic driver when it comes to wet conditions, and right now, very, very surprising that he's down in 10th. Even in the dries, he's not down there, but look at the gap. It's only half of a second, and it's through the top 10. Look at that skill gap. It's just very, very close. Around the final corner, let's see if Cam can improve. Yellows are out in Sector 3, and Hoink Doink retires. Cam, straight line, and that is actually not going to improve, and Cam, a disappointing qualifying for him, as not what he was looking for. Zek on his final qualifying run. Washi back there in a fantastic and phenomenal 3rd place. Him and his friend Dexter are up in the front of the field. Yep, Dexter has the pole. Washi's 3rd. This seems like a moment that's too good to be true. But Zek doing a fantastic job around the penultimate corner. And he's outing his manor teammate around the final corner. Can Zek hold on to a time or improve on it? We'll see. Zek to the line. And he did not improve. 5 grid place penalty for James, so that actually promoted Cam to 10th or 9th place, I mean. As it is his first career pole by 1/10 over Gribblex and the Williams, the Renault of Dexter. Fantastic and phenomenal qualifying run, as it looks like, what is it? The top 12 are divided by 8/10 of a second. The pole is for Dexter. And I forgot to leave the session. Whatever. I'm not gonna risk my terrible internet. I'll be completely honest. As we have a couple seconds down to countdown, and I didn't even set a lap, and, well, there's a driver behind me. How sad, Adibles. You had one job. One job. It was to set a time. And you couldn't even do that. I'm roasting drivers without the race even starting. Formation lap. You are... What do you mean? What do you mean I'm leading? I'm not leading. Hold on. Can I leave the session? Quit the main menu. Okay, we'll see what I can do now. Okay, we're gonna join back in the session and see if we can get a good shot from the lights. If not, we're stuck doing formation lap, which sucks. Here we go, spectate. Hello everybody, if you are new, this is the AOR Season 13 assist here. We're at the Austrian Grand Prix, I believe, for round number 6. Not exactly sure, I haven't been here in like a month. So yes, I've missed out on these races for the past couple of weeks, which sucks. And okay, hey, I don't have to control my own car, which is sweet. We get to see the formation lap now. Okay, we get to see the start of the race, hopefully. As the track did dry up from when it was raining earlier, a fantastic and phenomenal qualifying session for Dexter. Not Adibles, Dexter. I've never seen Dexter get a fast lap like that, and it was in the rain. Again, his teammate was Cam, and he outed his own teammate Cam, which is very, very surprising, and I say that a lot is because Cam is a phenomenal wet driver. And when it comes to the wet conditions, it looks like Dexter doesn't mess around. He got the skill from his teammate, apparently. His teammate gave him a couple pointers, but this is going to be very, very good for red-only constructors. I was talking about Force India earlier this season, as right now they're all forming up on formation. We are only seconds away from the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. Caster TV says, show me Barter, it's a little bit too late. As we have a phenomenal camera here to start the Austrian Grand Prix. Hopefully it does not make me go back to my car. The 5 red lights are going to fill up, and it's time to bring the action here in Austria. 5 lights. And there we go, we're out and away we go here in Spielberg. It's a fantastic start for the Toro Rosso right alongside the Red Bull. Red Bull's going to look to the inside, he's going to back out, and it looks like the Force India right behind in third, but it was a Williams all over Dexter. Filing up 2 and 3 wide in behind. Dexter's going to hang on to the lead and file up for turn number 2. I can see Washi in fourth, I can see 3 wide. Oh, and the Red Bull's off the track, and that is, wow. Slingshot off the track, and I do believe that is Xavier off the track. Yellow's out in Sector 1. A Haas was involved as well. And that is actually, why I'm on the McLaren, I do not know. FIFA got around that, he's back in 16th. And falling back even more, into the inside of Adibles. He's going to go to the inside, run the Toro Rosso wide, and he's going to get 16th place over that position. And right now the 2 Red Bulls outside the points, very, very surprising. And who is that? That was Xavier. He has a no front wing, trying to let by the Toro Rosso now. Very, very odd to see that. That was only one incident, and right now Xavier off the track in 19th place. Dexter takes the lead, or holds on to the lead on the first lap. Right behind. Gubilex in second, and in third, closing in is Tom. Why is the Toro Rosso down there? I do not know. He's probably trying to find some clean air. That's probably what it is, but right now Washi back and forth. Fifth is Matty D, and he's going to have that slipstream of Washi, and let's see if he can reel him in. That's the real question for fourth place. Washi trying to hold on. Whoa, breaks late, and he's going to try and go to the underneath. The slingshot method does not work in that corner, obviously. And more than amazing, calls it quits. And the Toro Rosso is out from the Austrian Grand Prix. Not sure what happened. That was probably a turn 2 incident. Try and look behind. I can see some cars filing up. That's Denzimo and Rob 2K filing up behind. It's single file, but remember in qualifying when it was raining, top 12 were only within 8/10 of each other. 8/10. And right now Dexter is actually pulling away with the race lead. I'm not sure what happened with Dexter or where he found that speed, but he's just pulling away from Gubilex. And remember, Gubilex is actually filling in for Skeven, who actually hasn't been here since the first race of the season. And he was here for China, but I missed that race as well. Dexter sits the fastest lap with 1:10.4. So he's done a phenomenal job so far. It's only lap 3, and he is showing more speed than he was capable of season 12. But again, kind of surprised how Cam is not on the mix. He gained 2 positions off the start, but right now, I see that Force India looking. There's a battle right here. The Ferrari's back here. Actually, my God. What's going on here? There we go. Here we go. Denzimo and Danny UK for 11th position to the inside. The Sauber of Danny can go. Blocks them off. Number 96 will have to be a little bit more patient with that move, as DRS should be available this lap. Yes, it is. Danny UK has a slipstream and DRS on Denzimo. And to the inside, he's going to look. Not going to get it. Comment says, Crazy Kenya says, hey. And Caster TV says, show me Bart. Yes, I keep on forgetting to show Bart. There we go. Barter back here in 7th place. There was just a battle going on with the Renault, and Cam has fallen back. There we go. Squizza right behind. Former friend that they used to race against. Wheel to wheel now. In the penultimate corner we're headed to it, and Squizza's going to get him around the outside. Cam, hold on to your hat. And that was a very, very fantastic move for 9th place. Impeccable to say the least. And right now he's going to have a little redemption now with DRS, as we were promised to show Barter. He just got by him for 7th place. As you can see, a battle up ahead. Oh wow, Force India in the grass, and now you can see the Manor up ahead, trying to make it wheel to wheel now. Matty D against the Manor of Zek, inside for 5th place. This time against the Ultrasofts, puts it right against the inside, runs him off track, and right there for 5th place. Fantastic pass. Matty D shows him who's boss. And right now, DRS, both of them have DRS. Even a Barter back there on the Haas, he has DRS. And again, to the inside. Matty D runs it wide. He's got to go back to the inside. And right now, Zek, hold on to your hat again. Wow. And Barter's going to come through out of nowhere. He's going to try and go around the outside. Barter, if he can get the momentum flowing around the outside. No, he cannot. And they're still side by side. Austria, one of my favorite tracks, and you know why. It produced a great Grand Prix back in Season 12, and it does the same for Season 13. As, Spielberg, this track is fantastic for racing, and we've seen it. And right now, top 3 are just pulling away. Tom moves into 2nd as he is gaining on Dexter, though. He does not have the fastest lap, but at the same time, he is gaining on Dexter. So it looks like those tires are wearing off already for Dexter. Or maybe Tom is just finding the additional grip. But like we said, we promised to show Barter back here in 7th place now. And again, positions are just starting to form up between James and the Mercedes driver, Squizza. And right behind him is Cam, surprisingly, right to the inside of the Ferrari. He's going to run him wide. He runs Denzimo wide. And now he's going to have some redemption. Now the Sauber's going to go to the outside. Daniel UK has gone to the outside and to the grass. He's trying to make the pass in the grass right there and make contact. Side pods, and they were just centimeters apart, and now it's going to give the advantage to the Haas driver of Rob. Fantastic. And I'm actually going to decide to finally retire my car. There we go. I'm actually going to have to retire now. There we go. I'm not going to crash the car because that's a better chance of a safety car. There you go. There you go. Yeah, please tell me that does not bring out the safety car. And I have terrible commentator's curse, so we'll probably see a safety car in the next couple of laps. But Dexter right now holding on to a lead. He has led the first. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oh. I'm terrible when it comes to commentator's curse. I always pull the commentator's curse. In Gavra and Arc now. I always do it with safety cars in AOR. And because people usually tell me to retire my car at the start of the race, because when they try and pass me, they'll usually get an illegal overtake. So that's why I decided to retire my car. All apologies there. I saw that there were no retirements in the last 3 laps, so I decided to retire in a sector where nobody was. And apparently, and plus, I didn't even crash the car, but apparently that is enough for a safety car. But when, in my league, I get a 5-car collision, that's not a safety car. Okay, love your logic, Cody's, love your logic, but this actually could be the perfect opportunity for these guys to pit if any of them are on the Ultra Softs. But right now, Dexter's on the Super Soft. Let's see if he's going to go out on the pits. No, he does not. He stays out. Tom stays out. Gribblex is going to come in on the Super Softs. Let's see what Washi's going to do. He should stay out on the softs, and he does. That's going to help him extend it even further. Matty D back in 7th. He's going to gain 3 positions on the safety car. And it looks like James stays out as well. A couple more drivers coming in the back. That was not Cam who came in. That was actually Barter who came in as well. He's going to put on those super soft tires, and he's going to try and get out ahead of the Williams. He does not. But we saw one more driver in the pits. That was FIFA, and it looked like Adibles as well. Yes, it was Adibles, both out of the track. The junior and senior Red Bull program, both coming out of the pits. As we are in lap 7 out of 36. And we do have 18 runners left, or 17 runners left in the Austrian Grand Prix. And I was one of them, and I had to retire the car, so people, if they try to pass me, they wouldn't get, you know, an illegal overtake. But for the meantime, the first safety car of the day, and I did jinx it. I always jinx things when it comes to commentator's curse, because that's what I do best. And, well, right now Dexter's going to hold on to the lead. This is a huge, huge gain for Tom. He's going to be caught up right up to Dexter, and right now he just needs a better start than him, and he'll be able to pass him. Right back here, Washi back in third. Fourth is Matty D. Fifth on his debut, James EU. Sixth is Squizza, making his return back with Mercedes. Seventh is Cam, gaining another position. Eighth is Denzimo. Ninth is Rob 2K. And rounding up the top 10 is Daniel UK in the Sauber. Hoink Doink is in 11th. 12th is Zek. 13th, Gerbelex. He did pit. He went from 3rd to 13th, drop of 10 positions. Back to 14th is Barter. And 15th is Xavier. And 16th is Adibles. And rounding up the field is FIFA Fans 13 with 17 runners left in the Austrian Grand Prix. Hello everybody, if you are new to the Austrian Grand Prix or my channel or anything AOR related for commentating, please slap a like, comment down below or anything, or just subscribe for more content of this. I commentate AOR once a week. It's on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, or for in Europe that would be 8 p.m. UK time, or military time, just 20 right there. Was it 20? Yes, it is 20. I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I also commentate Gavra in the weeks. I do a couple of races every now and then for them, because I'm not a main commentator, but at the same time, if you guys feel like I should be, then go right ahead. That's perfectly fine. But right now, it's lap number 8 out of 36. The safety car has been out for the last 2 laps, and safety car should come in at entering lap number 10. And Tom has run a phenomenal race so far, so has Washi, playing strategy to his par. Matty D back and forth. 5th is James EU, and like I said, making his debut, but making his return back with the Mercedes is Squizza. If you guys have any comments, pop them down below, and I'll read them up. But right now, we only have 4 comments and 9 viewers. So if you guys want to put down anything down below, I'd be happy to announce it. So, yes. So right now, lights are still on the safety car, and I feel like I have a good feeling. Now, don't quote me on this, but lights should be going off this lap. That is my prediction, and I do have commentator's curse, so it probably will happen. Probably will happen. Not gonna lie, it could happen. But for the meantime, we are still under safety car, and we're about to get through 1/3 of this race. So again, if you guys have any questions, pop them down below. We have 11 viewers, and again, coming from Joe Pendergast, he says never show Barter or Bartek. Okay, one says yes, one says no. I'm just gonna leave that as is, and we'll just leave it as that. Oh, someone pulled into the driveway. That's who it was. I was gonna say, there's a noise from outside. From the place where I have no life. So we have a lap 9 now. Lights should be going off on the safety car any second now. Yes, they do. And I time it absolutely perfectly. As in the S is keeping up and now slowing down with the safety car limiter. Dexter is gonna lead us back to the green. Joe Pendergast says thanks. Okay then. Well, okay. As the safety car comes in, the yellow flags are still displayed, and we should be returning to racing any second now. Rounding the penultimate corner, And now the final corner is right ahead of him here, and Spielberg. DRS is enabled again, and we are racing here at the Red Bull Ring. And already, and away we go. Dexter not getting off to the best start as Tom is about to close him in. This is going to produce some great racing already. It can see 3 and 4 wide in the back. Not sure what's going on. Wow, 2 wide here. Contact with the Manor. They keep it going, and the grass goes to Red Bull. And already I can see some pack racing in the back. Try and get back to the leader. And along to the inside, a couple positions are going to try and make it 3 wide. Squizza, they're all congested in turn 2. And wow, the Red Bull's going to make it 3 wide. Does not even see that coming. And he saw the opportunity, saw that little hole and said, don't mind if I do, I'll take that position. And right now, Dexter holds on to the lead as it looks like one of the Williams has a problem up at the front. Washy's back in second. Thomas is falling back down to third. James EU gains the position up to fourth. Denzimo up to 5th. Fantastic for these guys. Rob 2K making his debut in 6th place. But it looks like Cam had a problem. He's already back here in 17th position. Not going so well for Cam. So again, that was a fantastic start for some of these guys. It looks like Matty D's going to have to come down to the pits. There's a spinner with the 2 Red Bulls. And as Matty D enters the pits, huge championship tensions, and Xavier quarter cuts and retires. He's out of the Austrian Grand Prix. Such a shame. Filling in, he was a reserve driver for Red Bull. They needed him for this round. Cam comes into the pits as well. That's a heartbreak right there. And now, Tom is in the pits. It looks like Dexter has a huge lead. This is what they want to see. We're seeing fantastic racing. The McLaren on his bumper gives him some contact. And right now, around the outside, the 2 Ferraris are just keeping it with them. It's a McLaren and Ferrari battle, just like it was so many years ago. And right now, James is going to try and hold it now. We have our 7th comment of the race. Kelsey Hodgson says Washi 03. Yes, we'll show him in just a second. If you guys are new to the Austrian Grand Prix or AOR, just comment, like, subscribe down below for more content of this. That'd be greatly appreciated. I see a battle back there with Zek and the Ferrari. Whoa, that's a Ferrari in the wall. That is Denzemo. Denzemo, it's into the wall. No, that was Washi. My mistake. Washi. Such a heartbreak. The highest position he got up to was 2nd place. And now that's just a heartbreak, and you're not even going to pit. No front wing, he's not even going to pit. Okay then. Very, very odd. A lot of these incidents happening so soon. And now Tom has got his work cut out for him, as all he has is a clear field in front of him. He just has to get some DRS and try and slipstream ahead of Dexter. But for the meantime, all he has to do is just gain some time on him, and that's all he has to do. And I said that again. It's just really simple. Just be faster than Dexter, get him down the straight, and you should be good. Joe Pendergast also says, laughing, Washi, GG, Kelsey, what have you done? No, Kelsey jinxed Washi once she commented down below. Washi ended up spinning out. Now there's so much debris in the penultimate corner, but James EU running in a phenomenal 3rd place on his debut, not knowing how much speed he has till now. Denzimo in a phenomenal 4th place position. That's the best position he's been in all season. That comment, Halsey. Okay, now down the straight, the top 4 are pulling away, while Zek and Gubilex have just... all they have to do is just work together to catch up to the field, as Barter just falling behind. Again, the pack is falling behind, but at the same time, it's Daniel UK and the Sauber, I believe. Oh no, don't exit. That is Doink gets it? No, yep. To the inside, runs it wide, and the Sauber is going to get the position back. That's Daniel UK getting 9th place back with DRS. Now Squizza defending runner-up of last season for season 12. He's actually running in 8th place as he runs it wide into the dirty goes, almost into the gravel. And Hoink Doink back in 10th, the final point position. FIFA fans 13 in 11th. 12th is Rob 2K. 13th is Matty D. 14th is Washi. Somehow he got his front wing repaired and is still ahead of Cam. A good battle back here for 15th place. Why not put the spotlight on them? side by side with DRS. They're going to give him a lot of room, so nothing happens this time. Around the outside, the Red Bull's going to try and keep it, but he runs very, very wide, and Cam is going to get him on the soft tire into 15th place. So he had the work cut out for him as we get our 13th viewer. Hello and welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix, season 13 on the board. And the Adibles just got passed for 15, so he's not even in the top 15. Very, very odd. But Tom has taken the lead as it looks like Dexter has pitted. And where's Dexter now? He's on a new compound, he's on the softs, and he's going to try and make it to the end of the race. And in 10th place now, he has the final point position. And I think he's going to try and choose the undercut over the Tom. Very, very smart strategy by Dexter. Probably his Renault teammate Cam suggested to him before the race started if there was a safety car on the first 10 laps. But for the meantime, it'll be Dexter in 10th position, making up positions as Oink Doink now closing in on the Sauber driver again of Danny O UK. He's going to stay right behind him in the dirty air. He's going to try and find a way around him this time by. He's going to enter the penultimate and final corner in the 3rd sector. Again, like I said, second shortest track in the season, but for lap times, it's the shortest. And along the straight now, DRS is available to Oink Doink if he's going to get any time to make up. No, he does not. Tom is in the pits. Let's see if Dexter can get the undercut on him. Here we go. Let's see if he's going to get him. And it looks like the undercut works barely. Time was gained by Tom. He got some clean racing or clean air for a lap. And that did get him. But right now, 9th and 10th, these are the supposed leaders. The only people that have really made their second pit stops, or I mean their first. Tom is back there in 10th, but Oink Doink in 8th. 7th is Danny O UK. Squizza up to 6th. 5th is Barter. 4th is Zek. 3rd is Giverlex. Denzimo in 2nd. And in the lead is James EU on his debut. The Ferrari chasing right behind. And he's on the soft compound, so I'm kind of wondering when he'll make his first pit stop of the race. He'll be trying to make it a one-stop, maybe go on the super softs towards the second stint. He's going to try and find some clean air down here. And, he doesn't want the Ferrari driver getting any slipstream, but he closed in with DRS. And the Ferrari had the better preferred line into the corner. Now down on the straight, it looks like Denzimo goes to the outside. Now the Williams of Group Alex is looking, and now it's going to be a 3-wide battle possibly. We saw this last season. Can we see it again? Williams, he may try and go to the inside, back out, and maybe to the inside. No, he does not. They hook for a couple seconds, and DRS is available to the Williams. Very surprised that Denzimo does not have it, but it's only to the Williams. Now locking up to the inside, and now, oh my god, wow, the Williams to the inside. Gave him just a little bit of room, and Gubalek said, thank you very much, I'll do the most I can with that room, and he moves into 2nd place, as a battle was just stirring up for the lead just a moment ago, and right now, Spielberg never, and I mean never, disappoints with the Grand Prix in AOR, and right now, it's again another lead for the McLaren of James EU. And very surprising how in qualifying he qualified 9th with a grid penalty of 5 positions. So make that 14th if I did my math correctly on my head, and I hopefully did. Now it's Gerbilix back in 2nd place. He has DRS. He's going to give him the outside, side by side, wheel to wheel. And if he's going to run him off track, hopefully he does not. Gives him just enough room. And now we have 14 viewers. Hello and welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix. One of the best races of the season. And now the Ferrari driver is looking on the Williams again with James EU in the lead. The Ferrari looks to the inside of the Williams. He's not going to give him any room. And right now, DRS is available to the Williams, gonna get right back behind the McLaren, and this is again no room to make any errors as he goes to the outside. Gerbilex, can he make the move and hold it around the outside? He's gonna try the switchback, cannot do it, and wow, fantastic racing. They're just inches apart from each other, inches apart from any mistake happening, and these drivers have done so much to avoid these incidents. They've been very, very keen over the last couple of laps, and around the S's makes a little mistake, and around the outside goes Gabrielex. He's gonna try and take the lead back. They're going to be wheel to wheel. Whoa, and the McLaren lags on my screen. Went off track just for a second, but Gubilex takes the lead, and it looks like the McLaren is now into the pits. Teammate is in the pits. Yes, he is. And now down to the line, trying to avoid slipstream. He goes to the inside, back to the outside. It's Gubilex. Wow. Denzimo held on to that battle, but Zek is now going to try and hold on to third as Squizza gets a better line, runs wide as Squizza gets third over Zek. Barter back there in 5th position. He'll have the slipstream. It'll be a 3-car battle now for 3rd place as Barter's going to look to the inside of Zek, and now he's going to have a little bit of late braking to get himself into 4th place, and he does so if he can give him a little room, and he does. Our 10th comment of the race comes from Xavier, says Alpha Racing from some lads, got taken out twice. So that is a little press release from Xavier saying what happened. Thank you very much for describing what happened. If you are new to my channel, for those 17 viewers watching, please comment, like, or subscribe down below for more of this content. Again, if you want to see great racing every week commentated by me, then just tune in Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern. That'll be phenomenal. And I commentate Gavr races as well in the week at the same time. So tune in for that, as it looks like Barter is now slowing down to the inside. He's going to come to the pits while running in 4th place. He was 3.5 seconds behind the leader when he did come in. Zek now back in 5th. He's going to stay on track. He's going to improve to 4th with him pitting. Barter in 5th. Tom in 6th, as it looked like Tom got the better of Dexter. He missed the pass for 5th place. But Barter's in pits. I do believe if they cannot stretch those tires for that final stint, there is a possibility for Dexter to get this win. My prediction of what could happen, and let me tell it from you, he has to maintain a 1.5 to a 2 second gap between Tom if they come out 1-2 at the end of this pit stop phase. What he has to do, if he has a better run on those late tires, what he could do is he could stay out for 2-3 extra laps, get in some clean air, some better laps, get ahead of Tom, or he could try and put the undercut and try and put on a more conservative tire, and then at the end of the race he could get ahead of Tom and try and hold him off. That is my strategy for Dexter if he wants to win this race. But it doesn't look like it, as... Where was Tom? Tom is already up into 5th, making ground quite quickly, and he is just pulling away from Dexter. He found the tires that worked out for him. It was both the Saabs for both of them, but Tom got the better of him. 2 more comments from Juan Fernando Estrella. Says, I'm sorry, I can't speak this language, but I'll do my best to pronounce it. Vemu Vavia Colombia. I'm assuming that is Guberlex, because he has the Colombian flag, if I'm not mistaken, because I know Juan Pablo Montoya had that flag, and my battery level is low. Okay, so I'm assuming he's cheering for Guberlex, and Wickash also says hello. Hello, nice to meet you. If you are a new viewer, please like, subscribe, and comment down below for more content of the AOR assist here. I'm the main commentator for this league, and I'd love to keep it that way. I just need your guys' support to carry through, and that'll be fantastic. As Gubilex hands on to the lead. I believe he's a first ever Colombian driver to have the lead in an AOR assist tier league race. And remember last season there were no Colombians, so Gubilex representing his country very, very well with Williams, coming to lap number 21, rounding the final corner of lap number 20. And again, he sets a great lap, and here we go. Our defending runner-up of season 12 is Squizza, making no time indeed to catch up to Guberlex. He's already gained up a second of the last lap. Last lap he was 3 seconds behind, now it's 1.8. Another comment down below, Kelsey Hodgson says, "Go Washi" from Ella. Now I'm just gonna say this, because there's hearts in that comment. I'm just gonna say, Ella is probably dating Washi. That's just my suggestion. Washi back here in 14th position. A little shout out to him from the comments and now into the screen. He's 44 seconds back after his collision. He was running second at the time of his incident, and right now he's back in 14th. He's going to try and at least get a top 10 out of this race. As you can see, the Forsythia is coming on to the track. If he can get him, I don't think he can. The undercut does work well as he gets ahead of him for 13th place. I almost said 13th. What's a 13th? Okay, let's go back to the lead. Gubilex holds it over Squizza. Another comment coming in from Joe Pendergast says, "Ella, you saw what happened last time." Next thing you know, Washi retires from the session. And I don't want to jinx him, but now it looks like Squizza returning the gap to 1.8 seconds. Last lap it was 2.1, closing it in to 1.8 as it was 3 laps ago. We do have 22 out of 36 laps remaining here in the Austrian Grand Prix. And again, I really do appreciate the support here that we're getting for these AOR races. I did show up late, and I'm still getting great views. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. And you guys always put on a show when it comes to commentating, and you always show up, and you always are interested in the races. Pop comments down below. I can shout out in the live stream. So thank you very much, and hopefully continues in the future as we are on lap 22 now. We're taking on board with Tom. He's running in the 3rd position with Force India. And a downshift here just down to 5th coast, and full throttle off in 5th, up gear to 6th, and right once he gets on the straight, up gear to 7th, maybe into 8th, maybe just 8th, and back down to 7th, and all the way down to 4th at the lowest, and now back down to 4th. Is it again? Yes, it is. Coasted off and full throttle off. Squizza has left the session. He's disconnected, and that sucks, really. Just to say, he was running so well. And now all the way down to 3rd gear, hopping over the curb, and now up into the hill and up to the highest section of the track now. And now it's FIFA fans retiring from the session in lap number 23. I remember him all the way back here with Hoink Toink. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Car sounds very different. But as it looks like Gubilex will be getting lap traffic very shortly. Or at least he'll be lapping some of these drivers very shortly. And I forgot to bring up a drink to my commentator's booth. That's fantastic. So when I run out of breath, I'm going to look around and not have anything to make it better. So it's fantastic. So right now, he holds the lead, and I'm not sure what compound he's on, actually. He's on the sauce. I'm not sure when he pitted, or the last time he pitted, or how many pit stops. He has 1 pit stop. The top 5 have only 1 pit stop, as it looks like Tom is in 2nd, and Squiz is in 3rd. 4th is Dexter. They're all on the soft compounds, and very easy. That's because Squiz is disconnected. And More Than Amazing has left the session, as my voice just cut out there for a second for me. Squizza has joined back. He's taken place of his car. Now heading uphill to the highest point of the track. It is turn 2 here on the Austrian Hills. A very beautiful and scenic track, to say the least. Lap 24. Now they're headed on the downhill DRS back straight section. And again, if you guys have any questions or comments, or let's do an FAQ or a Q&A or anything like that, pop them down in the comments down below, and I'll answer these questions for you right and live on my channel. We are on lap 24 out of 36. So I believe 13 laps to go, coming to 12 laps to go. More Than Amazing has just joined back to the session. So yes, Spielberg, the first half of this race was phenomenal. After the safety car came out, there was pack racing. Everyone moved together. And as it looks like, Gubilex is now into the pits. As here we go. There was a second, actually, pit road entrance to it. As looks like Tom is going to easily take the lead. And he leads at lap number 24 as he barely gets him there. But right now, exiting turn 1. He has the lead right now, and I'm not actually exactly sure if he has any wins this season. And I'm going to have to check the website, because I have not been on the website in a long time, so I probably have a bunch of spam notifications. But right now, like I said, if you guys have any comments down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. Oh boy. And Juan Fernando Estrella has another comment I cannot read, and I'm not even sure if some of those words are the language they speak, but it's something about Colombia, so I'm hoping that refers to Gubilex, or maybe a little chant for him to win, as Dexter's in 3rd. Squizza made up time. A fantastic pit strategy. He has to conserve his softs to go. Hopefully he can do that. We're entering 11 laps to go at the end of this lap, and Tom has held the lead, I would say, for the past 5 or so laps, ever since the pit stop phases. So down the straight into turn 1. I have not seen the fastest lap of the race yet. If anyone is in the session that retired, and I would like to know who has the fastest lap. I do believe it was Dexter who still has the fastest lap. More Than Amazing has left the session for the 2nd time. this race. Barter back there on third, actually. James EU. So I think Squizza made his pit stop. Did he or did he not? FIFA Fans has left the session. And another car come out of the pits. And that is Squizza. He made his second and final pit stop of the race. I only have 3 notifications on AOR website. Wow. That's just about Nintendo. So in 8th place is Squizza. He made his last pit stop of the day. It was on the Super Softs, and he's going to try and reel in the other drivers. 7 other drivers in front of him. And, he did a fantastic job of that last season, and this season, all he has to do, pass a couple cars, and he'll get a good result from Mercedes up in the grid. But for right now, it'll be Squizza in 8th place. 9th is Cam, making a good recovery. We'll see if he can get a top 10 towards the end of the race. Danny UK back in 10th. 11th is Hoink Doink. 12th is Matty D, after having an incident in the beginning of the Grand Prix. 13th is Rob2K. 14th is Washi. 15th is Adabales. And in the lead is Tom, closing in quite quickly. Oh boy, side by side for 2nd place. Barter's going to get him around the outside. He's going to try the switchback, and he's going to close the door of opportunity. And now, DRS should be available to Barter. Is it or is it not? Yes, it is. He's going to look to the inside of Dexter in terrible camera views. Like, come on. Like, who wants to see that camera angle? But right now, he's going to look to the inside. The door closes again. Barter, fantastic job at blocking. And now they're entering the S section with 10 laps to go. Dexter got the pole in this race, and now he's running in a fantastic 3rd position. And right now, in the grass is Barter, actually, in the braking zone. Oh, and another pit stop for Dexter. This could be the end of him. I think it was a drive-through, to be completely honest. Actually, let's go through pit stops now. 3 seconds, Guberlex, multiple warnings. And actually, that's a pit stop. He's going to put on the Ultra Soft till the end. Very, very interesting. Barter, 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Dexter. And a drive-through for FIFA. 3 seconds to Matty D. 3 seconds to Rob2K. 3 seconds to Adabales. 3 seconds to Tom. 3 seconds to James. 3 seconds to Dexter. 3 seconds to Densimo. 3 seconds to Danny UK, Matty D. 3 seconds to Adabales. And yeah, that's it. Lap 27 was the last incident. We're on lap 28 now. So Dexter all the way back to 7th place on the Ultra Softs. He's really going to have to push now. If in 9 laps to go, with 9 laps, he's really going to have to push if he wants any chance of catching the drivers in front. But I mean, when he drives a Julian Palmer car, you don't really have much luck when it comes to racing. So I just give him the best of luck. Squizza in 6th, right all over Zek, trying to get around him. And we're going to stay with this battle for a couple minutes until he gets by him. Actually, he might come in the pits this lap. No, he does not. And runs it a little bit wide. Gives Squizza a chance to catch up and gain momentum. A DRS, he looks to the inside. They're wheel to wheel. Only a couple feet apart. And to the inside, Squizza is going to get 5th place. But now he runs wide, and now Zek is going to get the opportunity. Either lane would work, and it close to the inside. On the outside, Zek can go. If it'll work, he tries to stay in the clean air. And he'll stay behind for 6th place, but DRS will be available. But he runs it wide and bottles the opportunity for DRS and gaining time. But 7th is Dexter. McLaren and James are already gaining. Densimo running in a phenomenal 4th place. We're only an hour into this Grand Prix. Actually, less than that. We're in qualifying. We started at 3 o'clock. Now it's 4:01. So around an hour. Guberlex, the Colombian, has made his way up to 3rd. 2nd is Barter, and in the lead is Tom, doing a phenomenal job. So right now Tom has the lead with 7 laps to go. I personally would have not imagined that at the end of qualifying. I saw Dexter had the car to beat. in the wets, and right now a battle for third. We have another comment right now in the chat. Super Guy says, hey, nice to see you again. And to the inside, Gubelex wasting no time, and it looks like Barter cuts him off. Denzimo looking at this, waiting for an opportunity to pop open. And in the SAR, Colombian right and all over. Barter looking for a position to gain on. Oh, switches lanes and Barter to the inside. And around the outside goes Gubelex and takes second place. Absolutely fantastic as the Haas comes into the pits. And Denzimo will be in nope, he's coming into the pits as well. Squizza in fifth, he'll stand on the track and improve to third place. Zek improves to fourth. James improves to fifth, and Dexter improves to sixth. So now Gubelex actually takes the lead because Tom pitted, and now Tom is back out in the Ultrasofts in second place. No time to waste there. Dexter all the way back here. He lost so much time for pitting the Ultrasofts early. He basically bottled a fantastic finish, and well, I mean, he did get pulled, but other than that, threw the good finish down the drain. Oh, and Dexter spins and hitting the rear wing of the McLaren, and his day just gets worse. He tried to use some late braking. Whoa, and the Ferrari pushes him wide. Now it's his friend Denzimo, I believe. Yes, it was. So now in the lead is a Colombian. Shades of Juan Pablo Montoya. Last time he won a race, it was 2004. The last time Juan Pablo Montoya won a race in 2004. I'll have to look that up. As he's in the lead, he has lap traffic in front of him. More Than Amazing has left this session. As you can see, a Ferrari was in the distance there. As right now you're on board, he has a little Felipe Massa helmet, but he'd rather have the Juan Pablo Montoya helmet on, representing Colombia, as he has only just a couple laps to go. He's done a fantastic job so far this race, and again, Skeven drove the car earlier this season, almost drove it to a win in Albert Park, but could not pull that off. Now it's Gubelex trying to do the same, and I'm actually getting the results, or the facts now, and Juan Pablo Montoya, last time he won a race, I believe it was, come on, load. Last one, actually, no, it was a 2005 Brazilian Grand Prix, my mistake. Gubelex gets passed for second place, Tom takes the lead, and I totally forgot he drove for McLaren in 2005, he was Kimi Räikkönen's teammates, the Iceman. And I totally forgot he won 3 races that year. Totally forgot about that. But his last win for Williams was actually 2004. I can actually back that up, but right now Tom has the lead again. Red Bull runs wide, gives him room, and now all Gubelex has to do is just hang on with Slipstream. Cannot get it, but DRS was available to Tom as well due to the Red Bull, getting lapped. With just 4 laps to go now, entering the 3 laps to go. And it doesn't look that good for Gubelex now. But right now, Gubelex holding on to his second position. Right behind, actually, is Squizza in third. Clouds are forming up in the sky. Some drivers are reporting to me it could rain in the next couple laps. Very, very interesting, to say the least. Barter's in fourth. Fifth is James in fifth place. Sixth is Zek. But in the lead is Tom again. Next time by, 2 laps to go. So down the straight, and looking at the braking markers now, chooses the 100 sign, and right against the curb, hopping over the curb, Cubilex in second, third is Squizza. Looks like that'll be it for the order. There could be a battle for fourth. Yes, there could be. So right now, Barter is all over James, trying to pick up the position for fourth place. And he's just going to keep it with him through the S. It's just nice and calm. Only has a couple more laps to go. I do believe both of them have 3-second time penalties. Not exactly sure on that. Clouds are forming up. It's getting even worse. I do hear it is raining on track for some drivers. Certain parts of the track, it is raining on track. So the racing surface will get a little wet in the next couple of laps, but it won't matter. 2 laps to go, and he's going to look to the inside. Blocks, goes to the outside now. Barter's going to go around the outside if he can pull the pass off. He's going to try and do that on the Ultra Softs. Did a fantastic job. Impeccable, to say the least. And just a flawless pass by Barter. In my opinion, that was the pass, the overtake of the race. Just inches apart. And that pass was able to happen. Wow, fantastic. But now he's going to have to back that up. He's going to have to block both lanes. Barter looking in his mirrors. To the inside he goes. James locking up is Barter. But on the outside, the McLaren is going to fend off Barter. And now it's going to transfer back to the outside and around the outside. It's a little roller coaster if he can keep the groove going, and he does around the outside. James, flawless. And I know in the rain, the wet conditions on the track, the outside has a better grip, but the track isn't even wet yet, and James is already fighting that grip on the outside, and now to the inside, the Haas pulls it off. Fourth place again, final lap now. We'll check back, and now the Ferrari is pulling in, and he's lapped. That's how slow they're going when they're battling. But on the back straight for the final time, like I said, Force India, they're going to be a threat this season in Constructors. Sahara Force India did not get pole, but it doesn't matter. They're leading the race. They've led the most laps so far today in the Austrian Grand Prix. And it looks like the fastest driver will win the race. Second sector now, we're going to transfer to the third sector. And yes, you can see rain falling now on the track. Little onboard view, you can see little rain droplets on the track now, not going to matter. Just 2 corners left to go, the penultimate and the final corner of the race. And I can say they're going to do it, and they've done it well. Leading most laps, fastest car, fastest lap. Absolutely dominating the Grand Prix. Tom takes the checkers here in Spielberg, and it does it well. The Brit wins in Austria. A scenic way to win. Squizza comes home, final corner, second place. Pulls it off, does have some time penalties, but a great track to win at. A fantastic scenic view as you round turn 1. That's what I was getting to. James gonna come home fourth as Barter gets by for third. He crosses the line in third. Time penalties keep him in third. More than amazing as left on the final lap. And that ends the Austrian Grand Prix. Just like that, it's over. And Gubilex coming home in 6th place. The Colombian holds on. And I just noticed this. He's probably driving for Williams because of Juan Pablo. I'll be completely honest, because JPM drove for that team from 2001 to 2004. Picked up a couple wins, in 3 seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 4 seasons. Squizza actually did not have any penalties, but still finished 13 behind. Your winner of Tom. Dexter threw away points finish. Wow, he got the pole. And I'm going to say this now, a driver of the race goes to James. Qualified 9th. Not only that, had a 5-second grid penalty, fell back to 14th, finished 4th in that race with 2 pit stops. Fantastic job. And that is the Austrian Grand Prix. I actually finished ahead of the More Than Amazing, to be honest. I DNF way before him, but my name's before him. So yes, let's see what time it is. Do we have time for interviews? 4:11. I'm not sure we do have time for interviews. Comment down below if you want to see interviews. Because I have like 5 minutes left to do at least 1 or 2, 3 interviews. Matty D in the comments saying, sort your dive bombs, Cam. At least get them right if you're going to do it. I was actually in game chat. I never even joined a party for this race. Great, so I think the drivers actually heard me talking. Yeah, they heard me talking. Okay. Well, actually, no. I just turned on my mic. So, that was actually a great race. If there's anyone in game chat, I see Zek is in game chat. So, yeah, it's just me and Zek. So, yeah, game chat sucked. But, yeah. You want to see any interviews? Nobody wants interviews. There's only 7 viewers. So, I think we're just going to end that out. So, everybody, thank you, everybody, for watching the Season 13 AOR Assist Tier F1 Austrian Grand Prix and another AOR race done and over with. I'm Alan, and I'm the only one in the booth, but I'm Alan, signing out. We'll be back next week, and I do believe next week should be Silverstone. I'm not exactly sure. I'm trying to imagine it in my head. I'll stay with you until I find out. AOR F1 leagues on the forum. PS4 leagues. If you guys know what track is next week, that'd be greatly appreciated before I blow my head out for not knowing. It's not loading. We're almost there. Come on, just load. And right now, we're going to pull up the results. And everyone congratulating each other for a fantastic Austrian Grand Prix. Again, this is my of course, favorite race of the season, and it was a fantastic race. And actually, Thomas wins 2 races in a row. He won Canada last time. It's actually race number 7. So yeah, I did miss 3 races. Great. I missed the end of Spain, missed Monaco and Canada. So yeah. Next race should be Silverstone. Yes, it is. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm Alan Cavagnaro, or Rachel Cavi. We'll see you back next week for the British Grand Prix in Silverstone.